See here. Okay. Looks like we are live. Yo, 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 yo. What's up, YouTube? What is up, gamers? This is your boy Lincoln Clay 670. That's Clay with a K. Remember to hit that like so it helps spread my channel out to a wider audience. I would appreciate it. Oh boy. Let me see here. Now let me close this window. Looks like I'm getting some issues. Looks like I'm getting some issues with my internet connection. All right, we still streaming. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, please hit that like button. Help spread my content out to a wider audience. Please hit that bell icon so you can stay up to date whenever I put out new content. And before I go any further, I want to apologize. In my last live stream, I don't have the best internet connection. 18, I think there's 18 megs down, one up. And that one up, that's kind of an issue. So in my last stream, there was moments where I was in the middle of a topic, and it would just jump, and then it seemed like I was like just flying off the tracks, you know, with my discussions. So be be aware that that's basically my internet connection. I guess when the output is low, I'm guessing that it affects this stream. So be aware of that. But so anyway, before we get on with the quick news, I want to give a shout out to my man King Thrash. You know, we chopped it up yesterday, you know, a couple of days ago, had a little conversation. You know, he's a really cool dude. He's a very unique individual. I mean, if you was to crack this dude's head open, you would see a computer that's like basically processing shit, you know. And this man has an aerophysics background. He is an artist, and he is the man that's talented. So, you know, so don't be fooled by the, you know, my nigga this, and, you know, and do what you do, you know. Don't be fooled by that. This is a very intelligent man. So shout out to King Thrash. Shout out to the round table. Real Flush Gaming, Xbox Vidiot, Big Money Diver. Shout out to all the round table. So let's go ahead and get on with this, and hopefully I won't have any issues with the stream. So first thing I want to talk about is the Konami thing again. Yesterday I saw a video from a guy I subscribe to called Game Cross, and he said that that Metal Gear Survive sales have tanked. I guess they've only achieved like 5% of what Metal Gear 5 did, you know, during its launch. So yes, hallelujah. You know, I love it when people try evil shit and it backfires on them. So, you know, well, Konami, you know, about to learn a very painful lesson. And so if I had it my way, they would go bankrupt. You know, it's got nothing to do, you know, with them being a Japanese company, because I said it before in my last stream, I'm really disappointed that they would pull something like that, because that's something I would expect out of an American company, because, you know, American companies are just underhanded like that. That's just how they roll. You know, that's something I would have expected from EA, from Microsoft, from Activision, you know, and Bungie. But I was really shocked and disappointed that, you know, Konami would pull some shit like this. So, but if sales are any indication, I got a funny feeling they're gonna be making a phone call really soon, and the phone call probably gonna go something like this. Hello, speak to Kojima, please. Kojima-san, what's up, homeboy? This Konami. How you doing? Look, let's cut straight through bullshit. To use American term, we fucked up. We need you to come home and we pay you handsomely. That's probably how that conversation gonna go. They gonna probably end up calling Kojima, and beg him to come back. But if I was Kojima, I'd get him the middle finger and keep stepping. Um, also saw videos that I guess there's some Easter eggs hidden within the Metal Gear Survive game. I guess at some point in the game, your character is looking over a list of names, and then these list of names are Easter eggs, and I guess people put the shit together, and I guess some of the shit came out to be like KPF or something like that. It stands for like, Kojima Productions Forever. So it almost sounds like, through these Easter eggs, it almost sounds like, these developers might be reaching out to Kojima. They sound like they missing him. So, again, so if they, Konami fall flat on their face, I would be delighted, because it will send a message to other developers. If you don't got money like EA or Activision, don't try that shit, because Activision and EA, as much as I don't like them, they got enough money to withstand a blow like that. So if they try something funky and it backfire, they got enough money to withstand that blow. But if you're a small company and you can't afford to and you ain't got the money to take that kind of hit, don't try that shit. Keep it real, keep it 100 with your gamers. These people that put money in your pocket to keep your damn studio live, and you want to bend them over and split their cheeks open, that ain't cool. So that's that on that subject. And the other subject I want to get into is some quick PlayStation VR news. I had just got home from tying up some loose ends, and I got an alert on my phone for a new PlayStation VR game called Crisis of the Planet of the Apes. And so I checked out the trailer, and it looks like it's based on the Planet of the Apes movie. And in one scene, an ape was in a cage, jumping up and down, losing his mind and shit, trying to get out of that cage, and he was bending the bars and shit. And at some point in the game, it looks like there's an ape charging at you, and you shooting at him with an automatic weapon. So that, to me, that suggests that this game is going to support the aim controller, which would be cool. So, I said it before, and I'm saying again, Sony is really, really supporting this PlayStation VR. This is not going anywhere. This Sony is investing so much in supporting this PlayStation VR that I dare say that, when the PS5 comes out, the current PSVR headset will, be compatible on the PS5, or you might see this, VR headset completely revamped. But I do believe Sony is going to be supporting this for years to come. And, I think right now at the PlayStation Store, I just tried to take a rough count, and I think at the very least there are about 150 games at the PlayStation Store. And you keep checking the PlayStation Store too, not just for PSVR games, but for all games, because Sony's always having some kind of sale there, some kind of, when they had them flash sales, that's when stuff can be like up to 75, 80% off. I bought a PSVR game. I think it was Undying or something like that. I bought that game for 99 cents. That's absolutely nuts. And I think this game started out at like 20 or 30 bucks. I bought so many PSVR games that I caught on sale. I've, games that were 40 bucks, I've caught them on sale for $6. So keep checking that. And then that brings me to, the PSVR sale. I said it before in my last video that now's the perfect time for Sony to put this PSVR on sale while people still got this tax money. So now's the time. If you're thinking about a VR, now is the time to jump on it. I said it before. I encourage everybody to take a look at this PlayStation VR. Catching one of this on sale, because nobody's gonna jump up and drop $400 or $500, because that's what I paid for my VR. I bought it day one. I dropped $500 for it. But right here, I'm looking at the Walmart website right now, and they have the Sony PlayStation VR Gran Turismo Sport and Camera Bundle for $199. So you get the PlayStation VR headset, the camera, and a copy of the Gran Turismo game. Even if it didn't come with the game, just the headset and the camera alone is worth the $200. And then, like I said, there's a ton of games at the PlayStation Store, and they are always on sale. And they even have free games there too, free experiences where you can download some apps and stuff like that, like ride in the cockpit of a plane or something like that, and see it from VR, which is pretty slick. But yeah, this bundle comes with a Gran Turismo Sport, which is a really good game. I will admit the VR part of this game is not that good, because the graphics are definitely watered down once you put on the headset. And as far as racing goes, you're racing one-on-one, I think, against an AI. So if you want a racing game, I would suggest Driveclub. Now, the drawback with Driveclub is, like, in the distance, you know, the background can be a little bit blurry, but it is an online multiplayer racing game for the PlayStation VR, and I do enjoy it. I do like playing it. So, you know, but like I said, even if you weren't interested in the Gran Turismo game, just the headset alone being $200 is worth it. And then there are other bundles here too, and which I think this is a really good deal right here. You have the Skyrim VR bundle. It comes with the VR headset, the camera, 2 Move controllers, and a copy of Skyrim for $349, and I think that is a awesome deal. So again, you know, I can't stress this enough, that if you're interested in VR, pick up one. And Sony got so many games between the PlayStation VR and the standard PS4. They got so many games coming out that I might have to work 3 damn jobs to be able to buy all these damn games. You know, and I mean, I never thought I would say that, but I think Sony might be coming out with too many games this year. I just not gonna be able to keep up with all of them. You know, and as far as the VR goes, you know, I think a game Moss just released, which is a kind of neat little game. You're a mouse, you know, moving through like this fairy tale land. You know, it might sound corny, but it's actually a cool game. I tried the demo and I did like it. And then you got your first person shooters coming up, and the first one we got coming up is Bravo Team, which I think is coming up March 6th, and I absolutely cannot wait for this game. This was like one of the first games that I had circled on the calendar that I definitely wanted for the PlayStation VR. That's coming out March 6th. And then this Crimson of the Planet of the Apes is coming out April 3rd. So that's another game I got, you know, marked on my calendar. And then you got MLB The Show coming out at the end of March 30th, I believe. That's on my calendar. Then shortly after that, you got God of War. That's on my calendar. And I don't know. I believe somewhere in there, Detroit Become Human is still supposed to be in there in the spring too. So, like I said, it's just so many games coming out. There's so many games for the VR, so many games for the standard PlayStation. I said I might have to get, you know, I might have to work 3 jobs or sell my damn car or something like that to be able to afford all these games. But so I'm really, really, really looking forward to all this stuff. So I just wanted to shoot y'all, you know, that quick news, you know, and you know, keep trying to throw them subliminal messages at y'all about picking up a PlayStation VR, because this is going to be around for a few years. And I think by this time next year, if the PlayStation VR hits like 4 or 5 million units sold, you know, I really think you're gonna see more and more AAA titles on PlayStation VR, because they seeing that this thing is growing and Sony is spearheading that growth. So, you know, so this God knows how many games they might have by this time next year. But because there's a lot of games out there for the Oculus and Rift, and those developers are seeing the growth of the PlayStation VR, and they're bringing their games over there too. So, and then there's games on the PlayStation VR that has crossplay, like Star Trek Bridge Crew, where you could play with people with from Oculus and Vive, so you'll never have a problem finding a game. So it's always people there to play with. And that is really You know, if you're a Trekkie, if you love Star Trek, that is definitely a game I have to recommend. I really, really love that game. So, but let me get on down the rock before I end up talking y'all ears off about the PlayStation VR. I'm just really, really excited about what's coming up in the next, you know, throughout 2018. So both for the PlayStation VR and the PS4, I'm really, really excited. It's gonna be a hell of a year. But anyway, there's your boy Lincoln Clay. In the interest of not affecting, you know, my stream, I closed all windows and I'm only, you know, looking at the encoder software, so I can't see any comments. But if you do leave any comments, you know, after the stream or something like that, I will definitely, you know, respond to the comments. So anyway, this is your boy Lincoln Clay, and I'll try to get a, you know, a full-blown video made, you know, this week with, you know, music and background and stuff like that, like I normally do, because that is what I prefer to do. But it's just a really timely really time-consuming process. So I'm just, you know, shooting this out here real quick because I got to be at work in a couple hours and I don't have time to make a video. So anyway, here's your boy Lincoln Clay.